97.1 FM The Drive, Chicago's classic rock, Sherman and Tingle. Tingle, I talked about this story. Was that yesterday or the day before about that Michigan woman?
Yeah, it was a couple of days ago. If anyone missed it, it was a Michigan woman whose daughter came up to her and said, "Hey, Mom, I got some friends. They're living in a tour bus, so they live in a bus, school bus, and they were wondering if they could just park in the driveway for a couple of days, just kind of chill out for a little bit, have a place." Well, that short little time turned into months and months and months, and now they won't leave, and she sought legal protection. That didn't work out. Then they filed a restraining order on the homeowner, the mom, and because she lived in the house, it violated the distance, so she's now fighting this from her car, which she now lives in.
Yeah, she got kicked out of her own house while the people that were living in the bus that she allowed to live in the driveway continue to live in the driveway.
Gotta love it, right?
And then there was a Michigan police chief. He said how basically they just can't leave. Like, she can't kick them out now since they've been there for a while.
Preliminary information is that they've established some sort of residency there by being there for a certain amount of time, receiving their mail there, things along that nature. And when somebody does that, they can gain residency rights, and that makes it more difficult to remove some. It's no longer get off my property. It's an eviction process.
It's insane.
It's a different kind of squatting, and that's a unique phenomenon because we're used to the house takeover.
Yeah.
And that's in Michigan. What would happen if that happened here?
Well, you know what? There's a person that probably would know, and that's our good friend Howard Ankin.
Here comes Howard Aiken. Here comes Howard Aiken. Here comes Howard Aiken.
There he is. He joins us now from Ankin Law. Hey, good morning, Howard.
Good morning, guys.
Okay.
All right, so you heard that story, Howard. How would that translate if that happened here in Illinois?
That would be the same thing here as it's happening in Michigan. Once somebody has tenancy rights, you can't use self-help to get them out. You have to go through the court system to remove them.
Okay, what's that time period where someone gains tenancy rights?
I think it's really like what their status is. So, if you're like staying at a hotel or something like that, there's specific laws that say, once you overstay your hotel stay, you're a trespasser, they're allowed to remove you. You hear these other cases sometimes where there's a child or somebody has a significant other that's living with them, and then they want to remove them from the house that the significant other moved into. Once somebody has status in that house, like they paid money to stay there, or they changed their driver's license to stay there, or they get their mail there, then they have some type of tenancy, and then you have to use the court system to remove them.
So
Like
even
this
one
case in
piece of mail?
Michigan, that
Wow.
once they start getting their mail there, they have tenancy rights. They have to be removed by the court system.
Oh, what a nightmare.
Wait, yeah,
who
what-
allowed that? Who's the turd who came up with that law?
The turd? They
Right.
go by turds now, huh? It's just
Right, and then this one really shows like how bad it could be when you start using your own self-help, because then they went in and got a restraining order from her from using self-help to remove them, and then she was the one that got removed.
Makes no sense. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. So why is it always? It seems like that's the case. I know this is not the hyper focus that you deal with personal and injury law, but I mean, how is it only? It seems like it's with housing. Like, you can't do that with a car. I can't go to Target, sit on the hood of a Lamborghini and go, "Well, residency. This is my car. I've been sitting on it for 4 hours." They would arrest you for that and take you away. Why is that the case with housing? It seems like it's just so backwards.
Well, you could the ones that make the news are always those fact patterns that want to raise your eyebrow to it. But you can imagine somebody that like moves in with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and they're actually living in the house. A fight occurs, and then whoever owns the house is like, "You're out." People have all their stuff there. That's where their lives are at. They need more than 5 minutes to gather their stuff and figure out where they're going to go. So they need the court system. Same way, you might have like a minor child, and the parents are like, trying to give them tough love, like get out there and get a job or something like that. Well, yes, but if they don't really have any money to go anywhere or do anything, we don't want anybody living on the street. This one's a little, takes the law to its farthest extent that people could just, roll the bus and move it somewhere else. But I don't know. I guess if you don't have gas for it, or you're still getting your mail there, you need time to change your residency.
Howard, you just gave me a fantastic idea. I am going to save so much money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my house. I'm going to go over to Sherman's one day and just say, hey, you want to have some lunch? And while I'm there, I'm going to have a piece of mail delivered, and then bam, rent-free. Boom, I live there now. I love it. I love it.
Well, I was going to ask if we could go and crash at Howard Ankin's place. I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's right, Howard.
I'm sure he's got a nice pad. Like, hey, do you think we could stay the night?
Just one night.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome anytime. But, then again, when you just come to stay the night, that means that are you really having residency here?
Howard's going to have a contract for us to sign.
You will be leaving our house. I am a lawyer. I know what I'm doing. Well, hey.
That's probably a pretty good idea. Could you imagine if this woman would have just sent him a text and said, look, we're not establishing any type of tenancy together by you parking your bus on my driveway?
That's a good point. Should someone do that?
Thinking about that. What is that?
Should someone do that if that ever happens? Like, hey, you got to. I know it's uncomfortable, but I got to send you a text that lays out some ground rules. Would that help out?
My wife is probably going to be listening to this and giving me raising the eyebrow on me like she usually does. But I'm thinking after this conversation, maybe that's something that I got to think about. If you start doing something nice where someone's going to stay over, like you have one of my kids' friends come and stays for a couple weeks post-college. You probably got to establish what that relationship is and when they're leaving.
Oh, you have to.
Exactly.
Absolutely have to.
It's sad you have to cover your ass on anything now, especially if you're just trying to be nice. Yeah.
You got to cover your ass for your own house.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're going to kick you out. Well, we know that you're a busy guy, Howard. Thank you for taking time to hang out with us today. He's with Ankin Law, Injury Made Personal. That's Ankin Law, 312-6million. You can find him at ankinlaw.com. Howard, thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Howard.
Thanks, guys. Here to help. Thank you very much.
There goes Howard Ankin.
There he goes.
There goes Howard. Thank you.
Did he say thank you there at the end? I don't know. So Stevie Wonder forgot there. He says,
Ankin.
That's right.